We've left Kofa Wildlife Refuge and now we're heading to Quartzsite. We're continuing our 15-part series on traveling Arizona. Located on the eastern portion of the state, near the California border, Quartzsite is a small town of about 2,500 residents. But come winter, they receive up to 1 million visitors. This is due in part to the long-term visitor area around Quartzsite and the show's catering to RV enthusiasts. With those numbers, I envisioned chaos. So when I planned for this trip, I asked the hubs, do we really want to do this? His reply, we should do it at least once. So then came the planning. There's a million different videos on how to do the Q, so I started watching YouTube videos to know what to expect. I'm trying to be better at commenting when a video helps me. I know how much time it takes to produce a video. After commenting, I was encouraged by Linda and Jamie from Roaming with Rosie to come to Q25, hosted by Mark Guido of Grand Adventures. Both content creators and YouTube watchers would be camping there. We signed up hoping to learn a little more about YouTube creation. So we paid our $40 fee for short-term camping. This would be our first day at an LTVA, a whole new experience in itself. I'm up for learning about new cultures, so this part of our trip wasn't scary. I had prepared. The increased demand on water this week caused some short-term closures to the well, but it didn't throw us off. Several groups were camping together and there were signs directing people to the right locations. We had come in the day before, so we knew where to go. Jamie and Linda were saving a spot for us. Living in a small town, we don't have the ability to talk to people about RV products. At the big tent, there were lots of booths, all trying to sell you something. I found it best to fixate my eyes forward and keep moving if it wasn't something I needed.
They're waiting for it to heat up. And also, if you see, I'm starting to run low. There's no pressure.
But there were a few booths that we did need to talk to.
One of the things that makes us stand out with the competition is the fact that we are a commercial grade system. We are steeped in the trucking industry. We are the only TPMS system that's both on the RV industry and the trucking industry. What does that mean? We build everything from raw material to end product to make sure that it withstands the harsh environments of the trucking industry. So it's an extremely reliable system. We're so reliable, in fact, that we come factory installed OEM in over about 60 RV lines with our system factory installed. And so those are the main differences why you would want to go with the TST compared to some of the other TPMSs out there.
So we walked away with some things we needed, but be careful where you stand. While waiting, we bought more than what we planned. Quartzsite is quirky, and I like quirk. Camels everywhere. What is the deal with the statues of camels? You could even pay to ride a camel. The answer can be found by taking a trip to the cemetery. It's here that you'll find a monument to Hi Jolly, a foreign-born camel herder who was hired by the Army in 1857. He was enlisted to join a Camel Corps that would chart a wagon road across Arizona and New Mexico. The Corps ended with the commencement of the Civil War, just a few short years later. After being in the Corps, Hi Jolly returned to Quartzsite to try his hand at mining, packing, scouting, and even delivering jackass mail. The cemetery is named in his honor. Having services here doesn't come without compromise. What a mix of setups here. There's anything from very expensive rigs to simple tents. If diversity isn't your thing, you may not like it here. The wind can be really something here. If we didn't feel like we had enough dust in our hair, we'd be adding another layer with a night ride up to New Water Mountains to see the sunset. I'll be honest, sometimes Quartzsite seems like just a dusty kitty litter box. Okay, maybe there is some beauty here. We're not part of the cool kids club right now and might need to get some lights on our flagpole. The big tent isn't the only shopping here. Outside the big tent, there's a ton of stuff to look at. But fighting traffic can be challenging. Sometimes it's hard to find a place to park that doesn't require a long walk. We found that the off-road vehicles seem to have an upper hand here. I'm more of a looky-loo, but the Hubs is looking for deals, and they are here. Hubs wanted me to look through the RVs here, but I told him I didn't want to make myself discontent with our camper, Miss Kitty.
That looks.
And what is that for?
It's a human pooper scooper.
$2 a piece?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I wonder if they're gonna last. That's really cheap.
Yeah.
Many people say they drive to Parker for groceries, but we bought locally. We even found a few acceptable items in the tent with very cheap processed food. But in a pinch, we tried what some people called carnival food with some success. The Hubs loves all things air, so we drove out to the remote-controlled airfield. All the planes here were battery operated. Planes fly in the morning when the winds are light. The members were very gracious in sharing information about their planes, and it was fun to watch their skill. We found the trick to handling traffic here is to do errands before 10 a.m.
So we just got propane, and the owner of the propane company's last name is Passmore. So he calls his company Passmore Gas.
One of the reasons we came was to connect with other YouTubers. This involves attending meetups. The Hubs excels in this environment, but I'm definitely out of my comfort zone. I'm fine with small groups of people, but the larger the group, the smaller I get. Don't get me wrong, I love it when people connect with us through comments on our videos. But walking amongst a large group of people and trying to engage in small talk is not my thing. Other than a few meetups, we participated in a few things at the Q25 Rally and did make a few friends we wouldn't mind seeing again. It must have been better than what I thought, because when people began pulling out, I was kind of sad. We are good at water conservation. Hey, thanks for coming along. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe to help the channel grow. Next week, we'll be in Lake Havasu looking for things to do on the cheap. Don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss an episode.
How does the moon cut its hair? Eclipse it.